What's up, guys? It's Simon. So, I always want to call her Ember. Elder Brimstone, I believe it is, tagged me in this. I can't remember what it was originally called, but it's basically 20 questions for this Yulemas thing. And this is the first day of it. And I'm a little late because it's actually day 2, but we're gonna pretend it's day 1. All right. So, I'm gonna read the questions, and then I'm going to answer them, and you might hear some pages moving and stuff like that, and you're going to see me looking down because I'm reading. What's your favorite Yule tradition? Honestly, I love the Yule log. I've never been able to do it, but I do love it. I love the whole idea of, activating those intentions when you burn the log, and it's just really awesome. I'm actually going to share something with you guys, because in today's society, it's really hard to, one, find the type of log you want to use, and two, I'm just going to look this way. Two, it's, sometimes it's difficult to cut it down, or, I don't know, lost my train of thought. But anyway, sometimes it's just difficult to make it the traditional way. So, I came up with this idea of making a mini Yule log. And what you do is you get a cinnamon stick. Now, you want to get the sweet cinnamon one. That one it's kind of terracotta in color. It's that light orange. The cinnamon cassia is the one that you usually see. It's that brick red color. It's also thinner, and it's kind of like a thick sheet of bark, and it curls up. It's also what makes the cinnamon powder. Excuse me. But you want to get the light orange one. You'll know you have the right one because it's one, that light orangey color, and two, because when you look at the circular end, you'll see it's kind of flaky, and it looks like the rings of a tree trunk. So, it's great for symbolism as looking like the log, and it'll actually burn. The other one doesn't really burn. I've tried it. So you want to get one of those. Then you want to just get some long pine needles. The ones that are, well, they're not there. Where'd they go? Huh. Well, I had some. Well, they weren't green. They were brown because they were old and discarded. But I had some hanging up there. I don't know what I did with them. But they're the long green ones, not the short ones. And then get some red cotton string. And that's great for all your basic intention work. You have cinnamon, which is great for success, activation, success, activation. You can use it for love, you can use it for health, you can use it for money, you can use it for pretty much anything. Spirituality, you have your pine, which is also good for health, and immortality, which that can be taken on multiple levels. You can use it for growth, and then red for activation, or for love, or passion. So, there's a lot that you can do with that. And, yeah, and then you just toss it in your cauldron fire or whatever, and let it all burn, and it's all natural, so you don't have to worry about any chemicals giving you any problems or anything. So, I want to share that a little bit. So, question 2 is, what's your favorite Yule food? I actually don't really know. I don't really have one. Technically with my mom and I, we still celebrate Christmas. I'm not living on my own yet where I would be making my own meal, for the holidays. And since I'm still celebrating Christmas with mom, I don't worry about, making a holiday meal. But I personally prefer turkey only on Thanksgiving, or when I'll be on my own, it will be from Mabon. Excuse me, Mabon. And then I would I like to have honey glazed ham for Christmas. So that's what I'm gonna say is my favorite food. What's your favorite Yule movie / show? Honestly, I really love the 25 Days of Christmas. I love that. That's a big family tradition in mine, and it's one that's never failed. The other one is the lighting of the Christmas tree at Macy's. I think it's the Macy's one. Really awesome stuff. Oh, yes. Okay. So question 4 is, do you have a favorite Yule song? I recently found these, and I'm going to link them all below so you can listen to them. One of them you can't listen to, because I haven't found any audio on it. So you got basics like Carol of the Bells. I like the instrumental version because I can't hear or make out what the words are when they're singing it. I also like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra's Wizards in Winter. That's really awesome. Spiral Dance's song Solstice Evergreen. It's not my number one favorite, but I do like it a lot. I'm saving my number one favorite for last. Lisa, I think it's Theo, and it's Winter Solstice song. That's really good. And then the pagan version of Oh Holy Night. Yep, that's all of them. Well, actually, the last one is, it's by Gypsy, and it's Bring Back the Light. Oh, it's really good. Question 5 is, one thing you would like for Yule. I'm not really worried in regards to gifts. I either get it myself or I'm blessed throughout the year. So I really just want prosperity for my family. And what I mean by that is health, wealth, and joy. That's it. Favorite Yule ritual. I do these 12 days of Yule, and I'll link it below. There's 2 people that did it. I'll link the original person, and then I'll link the other person. And I'll just link the first video of each, and then you can find the rest of them. They're really awesome by that. It's like daily meditations. Oh, favorite Yule scent. I lost my placing. I forgot what question I was at. Pine. I love pine. Especially since we can't have a Christmas tree because it would mess up my mom's sinuses, and I'm not complaining. I'd rather her be healthy, and us not have the real tree than get a real tree and her being sick. If I want a pine tree, 1, I'm gonna get one when I have my own place, so I'm not worried about it. 2, I collect pine needles and pine cones, so I get the smell of pine anyway. And 3, there's pine trees in the area, so I can just go by them. And I do, and it's really nice. That's one of my favorite smells, is the pine tree in the house. Oh, it's so wintry. It's really awesome. Okay, and the herbs that you use for this season, I use holly branches. I'll smudge with these for protection during the winter months. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? I lost one of the bags of holly. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, I separated my holly berries with the dark ones. There you go. And the light ones. It's not showing up very well, but the light ones are a little more of red, and the dark ones are kind of like a darker red, purple, black color. And I like to use my holly berries. This isn't all my holly. If I actually have a big ass bag full of it, but I use holly leaves. Let me see if we can get the bag without poking my butt. Did I get it? Got it! I got it! Oh, I'm yellow. So this is there we go. this is my big ass bag of holly leaves. I ordered it off of Etsy, and it was, I don't know if it was wild harvested, but it was harvested, and you know, they tied it up and let it dry, and it gave me the whole bundle. You know, it came with some berries, like it was all a bundle, and it had the branches, dried leaves, and some of the berries. I was like, yes, great find. So got that. Oh, I didn't finish. Obviously my staple rosemary, pine. So these are the short pine needles. I'll also use pine cone pieces. I just got some more. Well, I didn't get some more. With some of the cinnamon pine cones that I already had, there's some pieces in there, so I like to use this. I like to put them in like spell bags or spell bottles or stuff like that. One that I don't think anyone thinks about is I like to use, well, you can't see that. I like to use star anise during this season as well. I'll also use my orange peel because it's a great sun representation. So I have like regular orange peel. I have my orange peel tokens where it's just like flat pieces of orange peel. Oh, you can't see it. And then I have my orange peel amulets, and these are the ones that are kind of like, they're flat, but some of them have either a natural hole in them or where I can put a hole easily. And actually, I can just show you the one. Oof. Hold on. Oof. Okay, came back. So this is the one of the orange peel amulets, and this one I kind of made the hole in it already. And so you got this nice flat part here. You got some orange on the back, and it just makes a nice. Now you can wear this obviously, or you could wear it under your shirt or anything like that. Yeah, there's a lot. That's technically what the amulet's for, but it's just a great. It still smells good. But yeah, and then the tokens could be something like you would put in a spell bag, or put in, like you could make a talisman or a token rather. There we go. That's a nice one. So you could write your sigil or whatever on here, and then you have the orange on there, and you can. These are little. It kind of dried into like little craters, so you can sprinkle a little bit of herbs in there, seal it off with some wax, and then you'll have yourself a little token that you can use this for like money magic when you're putting it in your wallet. You can put it in your pocket to bring about prosperity, and so that's some really good stuff there. What else do I use? Is that it? I thought there was some more. Maybe not. Okay. So, next question is favorite Yule story. Now, I actually had to actually just had to look this up because I didn't really have any, but I found this really awesome one, and it kind of makes me think of Baba Yaga in a way, in regards to like the no, not Baba Yaga, Hansel and Gretel with the witch house, with it being the sugary house, but the Mother Winter really makes me think of my goddess, my matron goddess Morana, and so I really love this story because of that connection, and because of it having that old school folk tale story writing about it, and it seems a little bit like Baba Yaga, but mostly like Hansel and Gretel, and it kind of has like that Narnia depiction as well, because I'm just gonna link it below so you can read it, because it's a really awesome story. I love it. And the names of the two sisters make me think of Frozen, Elsa, and Anna, and you'll see why with the names and stuff like that. And you can hopefully tell how the characters in Frozen are similar to the sisters in there. So that's a really favorite story of mine. It's called A Visit to Mother Winter. I don't remember who the author is of it. I don't remember if it even said, actually. But next question is, one clothing item you love to wear during this season. I love to wear my gray cashmere sweater. I'd show it to you, but I've already worn it, so it's kind of dirty. I mean, it's not like dirty, but I've worn it, and I don't want to touch it because it's been worn and all that. So that's my favorite article of clothing. The next question is, favorite activity during this season. Favorite activity? I love collecting snow and ice, and keeping that for the rest of the year. Well, for the rest of this year, and then using it the rest of the year. Especially for Morana, because she likes not libations, but she likes the chalice to be full of liquid snow, or preferably liquid ice. If not liquid ice, then liquid snow. So I like to do that. And this year, I'm planning on... Well, you know what? I'll save that for the last question. Yeah. So... What question was that? 12. No, 11. We're on 12. What crystals, gems, stones... What? Oh, I thought that said doll work. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What crystals, gems, stones do you work with at Yule? Oh, darn, I left another. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, back. So, one of the crystals I love to use the most is my sunstone. Hold on. It's not coming up very well on here. But, yeah. But I love to use this, not only because it's a great sun representation, with, you know, solstice being of the sun, and, you know, the whole rebirth of the sun and everything like that. But it's also, its properties are really good. It has that courage, and it's also good for the winter blues. And since I suffer from bouts of depression anyway, it really helps with that. And it's also a good masculine stone to connect with masculinity. So I like to use that. In fact, it's on my Yule altar that I just created today. I shared it earlier on Facebook. Another one that I like to work with is my pudding stone. This is my working pudding stone since it's small enough for my hand. But I got my other bigger one that I also meditate with. And I'm hoping that it comes up decently on camera. These are very purpley in nature. They can vary from like sometimes even a pink or a pinkish purple to like this one where it's very dark, like amethyst. And I especially love to work with my pudding stones because they, one, are wild harvested like my sunstone. This one came from the backyard in Georgia where I was living at the time. And my pudding stones, they came from my home state, New Jersey, which helps me not feel so homesick. And I still have some family there too. And they actually came from one of my family's backyards. So that's really awesome. And I like to work with that. So I have the little dark purple one and my sunstone on a little dish on my Yule altars. That way they're just ready for me to go and grab. Another thing, another stone that I like to work with, is just black stones in general, because it's great for this time of darkness. I start doing my enshadowments from Mabon until Ostara, so Imbolc is like the last time. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll kind of keep up doing enshadowments, but this is where I go heavy in my enshadowments for my shadow work and all that. And I like just having that out for like darkness representation. So, question 13, favorite Yule memory. Honestly, my first Yule, which was last year, oh, here it is. I did bring it over. You probably have seen this before in other videos, maybe not, but it's my pine cone. I used this as my Yule tree last year, and I made salt dough ornaments, little salt dough ornaments, and I drew little symbols and stuff on them, and took some embroidery thread and baked them in. I had a star, but the stand didn't fit, so I made a salt dough stand, and I glued it to the star I had, and I made this is what it sits on, this little salt dough stand, excuse me. And I decorated it, and I'm probably gonna do it again this year. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. Last year I had a different altar set up, but I don't have it anymore, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just decorate it for the day, and then I'll take it down. I don't know. But yeah, that was my favorite memory. That was really awesome. I think I took pictures, but I think I lost them. I don't know what I did with them. It might have been on an old phone or something. Okay, favorite Yule ornament. Well, part of the tradition was that I buried them, so I don't have them anymore, but I did like those a lot. But I did just make, my orange pomander ball to kind of help bring in that sun energy. Oh, it smells so good. And also, like I said earlier, that prosperity. Ooh, dusting off some of the cinnamon. But, yeah, that was really, really fun. I just tried out an orange, but I don't have that. And I don't like how it looked, so I'm not going to show it with you guys. 15 is favorite Yule gift you have received. I haven't actually received any Yule gifts. Whenever I've celebrated Yule, it's always been by myself. But, since this is called Yulemas, I'm gonna incorporate the, Christmas gifts that I got. And I got one that was pagan/witchy, and this is my personal book of the craft. So I can show you the whole thing without a problem. Whereas the other one, I think you saw it in the Sawin video. That one's gonna be for my family, and it's gonna be passed down to my children, all that. So that one can't be shared. But this one is really awesome to me. This is my personal BOC, and I use it with my travel altar. So the images. How are we gonna show you this? I'm gonna turn the camera around. That's how. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have, my mom had, this is obviously handmade, not by me. My mom has a friend who makes a lot of these journals, these blank paged hand bound journals, and it has these wood planks that she does wood burning on, and puts this, I don't know if it's real leather or not, but it has this leather spine to join the two pieces together. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, she saw a book that she made that had a burnt elephant head on it, and so it inspired her to get this for me. And this was all these were picked by my mom. So she got the pentacle on there, earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. And then she had a lot of the herbs that I use in my daily practice. So sage and bay leaf, and dandelion, rosemary, thyme, and red clover. Those, especially at the time, were the main herbs that I were using. I was using red clover a lot. At the time I was working with Hermes and Hecate, before I found my matron patron now, and I was working a lot with Hermes with the red clover. I was using it as a allergy tea. It's really good for that. Thyme I use for the Fae a lot. Rosemary is my all-purpose herb. Dandelion I was using a lot as well. I made some dandelion salad, and I'd use it a lot for divination and for spirit work, and you all know about bay leaf and sage, you know about that too, so yeah, that's my book. There's not much in it because I've been mainly focusing on my big one, but yeah. I'm trying to remember why these pages got messed up. I know it's from when I was dyeing pages of my big book, but I just don't... Oh, for the book blessing, that's right. Yeah. So that's my favorite gift. Eventually I want to get to using that. You know, I might come back to that as answering another question. So, question 16. We're almost done, people. Best Yule treat. My favorite Yule treat is hot cocoa. Now, either with a peppermint stick, and you stir with it. Obviously, it could be a candy cane, but I prefer the sticks because it's good to stir with. And they're also usually thicker, so you get a little more flavor. And, well, or a cinnamon stick. And if I use a cinnamon stick, then I like to splash in some apple cider rum. Oh, so good. Now, if you're underage, technically you're not supposed to drink. I know I did when I was underage, so I don't feel right telling you not to, but it's in your best interest. Let's put it that way. 17. Favorite Yule color. Gold. Yule's one of my favorite seasons because it seems to be the most God-centric, and, not that I'm a God-centered path, but since there's so much goddess talk and so much goddess worship and goddess honoring and all of that, I really like Yule, and so I definitely love gold for that God energy, that masculine energy, that sun energy. So yeah, gold is my favorite. 18. One way you will pamper yourself this year. I plan on working a little more in my personal BLC, as well as finishing the Sabat pages at least in my book of the craft, the big one. And I got some more pages in there that I want to work on, so I want to do that too. So that's going to be one way I'm going to pamper myself. I also want to have a lot of fun during this winter season. So whether that be with some people in the area or what, excuse me, I want to do some more reading. I want to get back to the book that I was reading. I want to get back to listening to some more music. This hat's tickling my ear. And I just want to chill. LOL. No pun intended, but yeah. 19. A god or goddess that you work with for Yule. I actually work with Carnunos. As I mentioned in the Sabbat video, that I have Sabbath deities, and my deity for Yule is Carnunos. Trying to remember why. I think I just resonate with his energy during the Yule season. And he's kind of a dark god when you think about it, so it kind of applies. Oh, you heard my phone. Plans for Yule. What are your plans for Yule? Crap. Oh, here we go. I want to make a snow altar and a snow guardian. I also want to... Well, I'm going to be doing my 12 days of Yule, my daily meditations. I'm going to do my Sabbat salutation. Going to be doing some enchantments. Oh, almost forgot to tell you. I'm also going to be making my winter essence. And I don't think I mentioned this, but these essences are going to be made every equinox and solstice. So summer and winter will be on the solstice, and I'll make those. And when I say on the solstice, I know in my practice I celebrate on fixed dates, but these will be made on the actual day. So what I'll do is I have each crystal in there that I want in there, and I will have whatever I can collect on that day, I'll collect, and then I'll collect for the rest of that season until it's, like with the winter solstice, I'll collect till the spring equinox, and so on and so forth. So, those are my plans. So, if you're watching this, I tag you. Let's see, who do I want to tag? I'm trying to remember who was already tagged. I know Desert Siren was tagged. And I can't remember, there was one other person that I knew that was tagged in there. I'm trying to remember who, I don't even know who watches my videos. That's really bad. I should probably know that. I can't tag the Lady Gravedancer because she's already oh! Well, I don't think Ember watches. I'd love to tag Ember since she's back to making videos, but I don't think she watches me. So, oh! Danu. I know you watch me, so I tag you. Nico? No. Nico. Do forgive me. I'm really bad with names. I think you watch me. I'm pretty sure. Aren't you the Scarlet Moon dude? I'm pretty sure. I'm really bad about channel names too. I don't know who's who, all honesty. I think Nathan watches me. I hope. I'm trying to remember who else watches me. Oh! Moody Thursday, I know you watch me. I hope you watch this in enough time. And whoever's watching, you're tagged as well. So, random clothes, but... So, I hope you enjoyed this. I liked sharing it with you guys. I'm gonna link this. I'm gonna link her video to this below, along with the other links. And I'm gonna link my video in her comments to that video, so she knows that I did it. And, yeah. Thank you, and as always, blessed be my dear witchlings.